We'll be working through some deep stretches in some of your favorite places to be, and also myself behind the camera for a change. Let's make sure you're set. I am on my tiptoes and lining up to my hip flexors for practice. Get your hammock ready and we'll begin. For something new, I thought maybe we would do our warm-up seated in our hammock. Go ahead and grab a couple handfuls so that you can slide in. You can just bring the fabric to the backs of your knees. Sitting up nice and tall, relax your shoulders. Lengthen from the back of your crown towards the ceiling. If you haven't already, close your eyes. And I just want you to notice any gentle movement you have in the fabric. Is there a little breeze against your skin? Become very aware of the present moment, incorporating senses. We all come to the practice with different tension and stressors in our body. I want you to learn how to use your breathing to help you. Exhaling is a way for our body to relax, to release tension. I want you to see if you could feel that in your body. Breathing in and sigh out. Try to let something go. Again, breathing in and let it go. Inhale the arms up and twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Use your breath, moving up with the arms, taking the twist for the exhale, left side. And breathe on the movement. Exhaling, rotate. Inhale, lifting. Next time you're dropping to the right, I want you to grab the fabric with your left hand and reach the right arm back. Palm can be open, slightly rotated towards the ceiling. Do pull this fabric on your left hand, almost like you're pulling back an archer's bow. Right arm comes up. Before we hit the other side, I want you to lean forward so your left shoulder is not in the fabric. And I want you to push away as if to get a little side body stretch. I'm trying to lean over the left side of my fabric. And coming up. Releasing, inhale, arms overhead. You'll take your bind now. So the right hand is going to grab all of that fabric to the left. Left arm reaches back. I'm going to rotate my palm a little further towards the ceiling. Arm comes up, little forward lean, and I want you to press that fabric away. Just let your body weight sink and hang to the right. Releasing the center. Right arm. You want your thumb and index finger to grab this fabric. So my palm is facing in, and you don't want to be too bent or too extended. Somewhere right in the middle. And then send your body weight forward. You should start to feel this down the arm and into the trap. I want you to tuck the chin in tightly as you look over the left shoulder. Just keep trying to send your body weight forward. Shouldn't take much to feel it. And up. And left side. So we want that thumb and index finger to grab. Remember, not too bent, not too extended. I need to find my Goldilocks. Send your body weight forward and then look to the right. Oh my God. I feel like no matter how much I stretch there, it will always feel tight. Really tuck that chin in. And center. Go ahead and relax the bind. From here, inhale the arms up. You'll catch the elbows in the back of the fabric and just take a moment to send your body weight forward. Once you relax any tension in your face, back of the neck, set an intention for yourself. Even if it's just to get through practice with me. Sitting up and stepping to the floor. Meet me behind your fabric. Right foot comes in front of left foot, staggered stance. Getting ready for a pyramid pose. You can just hold the fabric with your hands. Lift through the sacrum, slowly extend forward. Breathing in, and on the exhale, curl the tailbone under. Roll your way up, maybe halfway, and inhale, come forward. Inhale, reach as the tailbone lifts. Exhale, curl. Essentially a little cat-cow through the pelvis. Come forward. Breathing in, and on the exhale, curl the tailbone under, roll up, and forward. Exhale for the curl and tuck. Inhale, come forward, holding here. Keep extending forward with your left hand. Keep the left heel down, don't let it peel. Right arm is gonna release. And I want you to try to twist open to the right. Keep lifting through the sacrum, breathing in, exhale, release, and again, open, twisting, keep pulling apart between your hands, again, and reach, once more, open. Pull your hands apart, lift the sacrum, drop the belly towards the floor. Coming up. Stepping underneath your plumb line. We'll keep working with that right side. Bring the foot in, and I want you to keep the foot really close to your glutes. Come up onto your left foot so that you can press forward. Just focusing on stretching through this left hip flexor region. Chest is lifted towards the ceiling as you press the pelvis forward. As long as you feel balanced, I want you to gather with just your left hand holding both panels so the right hand can come into your back pocket, and I want you to continue to try to push with your hand, accentuating that stretch down the left side. You might feel it deeper too if you peek over the left, that is the right shoulder. One more breath. And easing out. Stepping down, setting up left foot forward, pyramid setup, just holding that fabric in front, always coming forward with that lift of the sacrum, breathing in, exhale, curl under, feels like initiating that little cat-cow through the pelvis, inhale forward, exhale, tuck and curl, and again. I want you to hold it out there. Make sure you're lifting through the sacrum, no rounding of the back. Continue to hold with your right hand, breathing in. Exhale, getting ready to twist. Pull your arms apart. Releasing forward and opening. I'm gonna keep that right heel pressing into the floor. Keep your hands pulling apart with that reach. Let's go ahead and hold this. Lift further through your tailbone to the ceiling. Try to drop your belly to the floor. Breathing in. Exhale, coming out. Stepping together. Left foot will come in, heels exposed. Come up onto that right foot for the press. Keep the heel close on this left leg. Really just focus on driving this right hip forward. Option for that hold. Right hand is gonna hold both panels. Left hand in back pocket for the push. Just a little extra love there. Look over your left shoulder. Easing back and releasing. Let's go back to our right side. This time you'll want to tuck all the way to the back of the knee and make a pivot. So for me, I'll be rotating to the back end of my mat. Think warrior two. I want you to make sure you're controlling this. Extend forward. Soft through the shoulders, reach through the fingers. Breathing in. Exhale, use your inner thighs to pull back. And go ahead and extend forward again. I want you to feel as if you're in control the whole time. There's a difference between me extending forward with strength versus dumping, right? So I'm really squeezing, pressing into the fabric with my leg here on the right side. Breathing in and exhale, pulling back. We'll take it a little bit deeper. I want you to kick to the ankle. Still in that warrior two setup, so you're square to that long end of the mat. Stay controlled, engaged. Core, inner thighs, reaching forward and pulling back. I need to be very mindful of this supporting left leg. I don't want to go too far. I want to make sure my knee feels supported and stable the whole time. And pulling in. This last one, we hold, attempting to go a little bit deeper here. Our hands are going to help. Come into your reach. Take that right hand and grab the panel that's in front, reaching up with your back arm, left hand, and you're gonna grab the fabric from behind. Now with your hands holding, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Exhale, pulling back. Releasing with the hands. You can continue to hold with your right hand if you want. Start making a pivot. We're gonna face backwards and see if we can take it down. Hands to the floor. Come into a very tall, lifted pigeon. I'm gonna extend down with that ankle. I'm pushing into the fabric. Three-legged downward dog. Fingers press into the mat, popping back up onto your free foot. And just send your body weight back. Try to drive your heel into the ground. Lift the sacrum towards the ceiling. Lift your gaze. See if we can take that foot that's on the floor, that is your left foot, and bring it into what feels like a lunge. I'm gonna drop my body weight forward, similar to plank, and bring that foot back up. Can you come up the way we came in? I'm gonna lift, grabbing back from my fabric, pivot, around. And if that did not feel graceful, I'm sure you weren't the only one. Second side. Left leg comes in. Warrior two variation. Arms out, and here we go. Right, so there is a squeeze of the inner thigh, there is a push into the fabric, coming out. And going back in. Reach, 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 reach. Inner thighs, squeeze. Last time, come forward. And pulling back. All right, a little more challenging. Take it out further. Square off to that long end of the mat. Control the reach. We should be able to pull back, right? We don't want to go too far because of this knee. I need to make sure I feel protected and safe the whole time. Forward reach. And back. Last time, here we go. Forward. So your left hand will grab the panel in front. I'm gonna reach up and find the panel in back. Now I do feel as if I'm able to hold onto the fabric a bit and let myself give into gravity. I'm doing much less work in the inner thighs, more holding in the upper body. Give it one more breath. Exhale, pulling out. Remember, for that pivot, it is helpful to hold if you need to for balance. Rotate your knee, rotate your foot. To the floor, we have our upward pigeon first. Think proud pigeon, maybe up on those fingertips. Drive that back ankle down into the fabric. Leg is straight and strong. Hands flat. Three-legged kick up. Right foot plants. Now just holding my down dog, I feel the stretch. But if I intentionally pitch my tailbone upward, as if I want to touch my belly to the thigh, whole different story. I want you to shift your gaze. Remember, we want to come to the outside of the hand here. Breathe in for prep. Exhale. Right foot comes up. Trying to stand, which is easier said than done. If you need to grab for safety purposes, for your pivot. Releasing. Walk into your fabric. This time a supported downward dog. Fold right over those hip flexors. Popping back. If you're one to float the feet, float them. If you prefer to be on the ground, still push through the heels. Find length from heels all the way to crown. Still actively push the ground away with your hands. Breathe in full. Exhale. Draw the navel in. Begin to slowly relax. Give yourself that ability to just hang for a moment, maybe ragdoll the arms. Hands to the floor, lift your gaze, little walk forward. As you come up and over, this time catching behind the shoulder blades, stepping back. Squeeze your glutes like a plank. Allow the upper body to arch. Head is fully supported. Go ahead and lift your gaze. Grab your fabric with your hands. Come right underneath your plumb line and down to your knees. Similar to what we did when we were seated, I'll do both at the same time. I'm gonna reach back to grab the fabric with those thumbs and index fingers, and then take that same forward reach. Lift the sacrum this time as you send the chest through. Tuck the chin. Start by looking left center. Sink your hips to your heels. Widen your knees. Child's pose. Hands are just holding the center. Come forward, let your chest sink. Keep punching the arms away. Gaze is down. Coming up. Continue to hold with just your right hand, and I want you to reach your left hand up and over. It can be by the ear, allowing yourself to hang. It could also be a little further forward on a diagonal reach. Just listen to your left side, decide what feels good, keeping the hips down but reaching away with the fingers. If you want to get heavier, you can let yourself completely hang. Center and switching. Again, it is lots of different angles for you to explore. Either right over the ear, forward diagonal reach, full body hang. See what feels best. Coming up. Bringing the knees together, you'll swing the hips down. Come right underneath your plumb line. Hopefully, you will be able to tuck the knees in and find your ankles. Hopefully. Even if you have to do a little hip lift to get there. Once you're there, I want you to squeeze the glutes. Keep the chin tucked. Try not to look sideways at the screen. Think of a plank. I'm going to draw that navel in, hips engaged. Keep the lift. Drive the right heel down. See if you can pull the left knee in towards your face. And then eventually extend, pulling your legs in opposite directions. Keep that left leg lifted. You're going to tap down through that right hip, and you're going to squeeze and push back up. Again, tap down and up. Left leg is active. Stay lifted. Go ahead and switch. Come back to your neutral balancing plank here. Right knee comes into the chest and then overhead. No bending of the knees. Tap. Hips down. Squeeze up. And down. And up. Keep trying to pike the right foot forward. Holding. Right meets left. From here, I want you to engage those glutes. Try to kick to the backs of your knees by just walking your legs through. And then allow yourself to hang. You can just hang, or you can add a very gentle sway. For our exit, you'll need a hip crunch or an ab crunch. Breathing in, and on that exhale, you'll do a scoop. Find that fabric, climb up, and then engage through your backside for the lift. If you who have a trapeze, you will do a back bend, which I will demonstrate for you here. And when we take our shavasana, you'll go ahead and take your favorite, which for me is coming into that little diamond pose. So just modify, and you could still follow along till the end. For the rest of us, we'll go ahead and climb in, kind of ending similar to how we started. A couple handfuls, so you can find your way back into our swing. But I want you to come all the way in. So grabbing that fabric with your hand so that you can lie back to walk the feet into your fabric. Once you're there, sitting up. Taking this into an arch. Please remember that as you're dropping back, once you're back there, you want to let your head go. You don't want to keep tension there. You're going to slowly roll back. You can keep your hands on the fabric if it's more comfortable for you. I like to reach my arms back or out to the sides. Reach up with your hands. Again, important. This time the head is the last to come up. So lift the chest to the ceiling and roll up. From there, you can get ready to lie back. For my trapeze users, start adjusting to your favorite shavasana pose. And if you're in that hammock, take a couple C curves back and forth, kind of unwinding fully. And as you feel ready, you can begin to settle into what's your shavasana. Begin to stretch the arms overhead, coming back into those little C curves side to side. Bending in the knees so that you can kick your feet through. Use your hands on the fabric to help you pull up to a seat. Inhale the arms overhead, bring them to heart center. I am humbled to be here with you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Hopefully you've enjoyed that one. If you haven't checked out all the other classes I offer, take some time to browse the channel. Whether it's the hammock, the trapeze, or just working on the mat for lengthening and strengthening, we've got a little bit of everything for everybody. Hopefully I get to work with you again soon, and until then, namaste.